Welcome back to the 22nd Annual Home Buyers Fair. For the next 30 minutes, we will be discussing Affordable Homes program. The first 15 minutes will be in English y los últimos 15 minutos serán en español. Stay tuned until the end of the segment to see how you can enter to win a gift card. My name is Gloria Escamilla. I am the Director of Home Buyer Development with Affordable Homes of South Texas. Today, we have Aide Castro. She's the Director of Lending to talk to us about the process of buying a home with Affordable Homes. Hi, Aide.
Hi, Gloria.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. So, give us a little bit of information on Affordable Homes. What do they do, and see how we can apply.
Okay, so first of all, we're a nonprofit organization. We've been around the Valley for over 40 years. What we do is we help families become homeowners. We are your one-stop shop for homeownership. So basically, we would be able to make the loan to the customer. We'd build the house, and then once the house was done, we would be the ones that would service your mortgage loan as well. So it's all local. You'd be able to make your payment here locally. If you have any questions on anything regarding the payment, you would be able to speak to someone in person or at one of our offices.
So that means you're going to be financing. I can come and give the payment here.
Right. We play the role of the bank too. So that means that you wouldn't have to go to a bank or mortgage company. You'd be able to obtain the mortgage loan through Affordable Homes as well.
So what is my first step? What do I have to do if I want to come in and apply with Affordable Homes?
Well, the first thing you have to do is I recommend you visit our website. You have to complete a profile on our OSTI Compass. And you would visit www.ahsti.org. And you would complete the profile there. Once you complete the profile, someone's going to reach out to you to ask you some questions to see what the next step would be.
So, what if I don't have a computer or I don't know how to log into this website you're giving me? What can I do?
You could visit one of our 2 locations. We have an office in Westlaco and we have an office here in McAllen as well.
Okay. So what are the requirements? What do I need to have? Because my credit score is not very good. Can you still help me?
We might be able to still help you. So our first requirement is you do have to be within the HUD income guidelines. Our program does serve customers that are at 80% or below of the area median income. So you can visit our website to get the requirements for that as well. Then we're not credit score based. So we're not going to say you have to have a minimum or maximum score, but we will look at your credit. So if you know you have that items that are in collections, you might think, oh, I have bad credit, I'm not going to qualify. I would say complete the profile anyway and let somebody take a look at the credit with you. We do overlook $3,000 worth of collection accounts, and we do not count medical collection accounts at all. And a lot of people think that if they have no credit, that means that they're not going to qualify, and that's not necessarily the case through our program.
Okay, let me stop you right there, because I know you're giving me a lot of information, but what is a collection? I don't know what a collection means. Can you explain to me what that means?
Sure. So like a collection would be any account, any credit that you obtained that you did not wind up paying for. So for example, a common one that we see is car repossessions. So maybe you bought a car several years ago and I don't know, you were not able to continue making payments on it. So you went and you left it with the car dealer or whoever. And a lot of times people think that if they return the car, they're not going to owe it anymore. Well, that's not the case. So this account could technically become a collection.
I have a repo, but I co-signed for my son.
Right. Okay.
Does that affect me?
It probably will if you co-sign for him and it's under both of your names. It's going to affect both of your credits. So it most likely will affect you.
Okay, got it. And I know you said you were talking about earlier that you're the lender. How long is the mortgage loan for? Is it 15 years, 20 years, 30 years?
Right. Okay. So Affordable Homes will make a 30-year fixed rate mortgage loan. So you will have up to 30 years to pay off this loan.
And you said you built the homes, correct? You're the lender and the builder.
Yes.
So what if I want to buy a lot and I saw it in Alamo? Can you build my house there?
If the lot is paid for, you could apply with our program and we could look to see if we are able to build on that lot. But you would need to apply first so that they'd have to go out and look at the lot if it's paid for. It has to be paid for. And we would go out and look at the lot, see what the measurements are, and make sure that we are able to build on that lot. A lot of times people buy mobile home lots and don't realize that only mobile homes can be built there. So that's really important that.
So what about, I mean, the lot is paid for, but it's under my mother's name.
Okay, so then you would have to contact either an attorney or someone to get the lot transferred to your name, if you're the one that wants to apply for the mortgage loan.
Okay, we have a question for you. What is different about you and the other lenders? Can you give us some information about it?
So we're not going to conform to the FHA requirements or traditional conventional requirements. Our mortgage loan does not carry mortgage insurance. So if anybody out there has actually applied for a mortgage loan and maybe we're going to get an FHA loan or give less than 20% down, then they would understand what that means. So mortgage insurance is an insurance that protects the lender in case you default. Doesn't protect you, it protects the lender. So our loan doesn't carry that. Our credit requirements are not as strict as traditional lending either, and we only require a specific deposit of $3,000. So that's a little bit different from outside lending as well.
So that's why you don't go by credit scores.
Right. It's one of the reasons why we don't. Mm-hmm.
So then that's a lot more lenient.
Yes, it is. But again, if you haven't ever applied for a traditional lending, you wouldn't understand the difference. But we have our home buyer advisors that could explain the difference, and our loan officers could help with that too.
Great. I know you said that you could build in my lot if it's paid for.
Right.
So you have your certain subdivisions, or what do you build?
So we currently have lots available in Mercedes. We have lots available in Westaco. We have lots in Donna, San Juan, Edinburgh, soon Mission, and soon McAllen, and Rio Grande City. We have lots available there as well.
Okay, great. Now you mentioned HUD income limits. Can you give us a little bit more information? How can I, if I'm a family of four, this is where you're talking about is I can't go over a certain amount of income?
Right. Mm-hmm. So what HUD does is it takes an average of the incomes throughout the different parts of the country, and then it'll arrive at a percentile of this income. So our program serves customers that are considered 80% or below of the income calculations. So if you visit our website, or you could visit the HUD website as well to find out what the limits are. Now, I said 80%. We do have another program that will allow you to go up to 120%. And for that program, we have lots available in Mercedes, San Juan, and I think that's it. And and Alamo too. And I forgot to mention, we do have scattered lots in the city of FAR as well. So if anybody wants to live in FAR, we've got lots there too.
Now, do all the subdivisions require, I think you said you had mentioned $3,000, right, for the deposit? When do I need that deposit?
We also have a program that will allow you to give $1,500 down, and then the state will match the other $1,500. You would need to have that by the time you're ready to sign a contract for the lot that you select. So once you get approved, you'd be able to give the deposit.
Okay, and can you give me an estimated mortgage payment? What would it?
Well, that all depends on the subdivision you select and what you're eligible for or what you can afford. It can start off maybe at about $750, $789, and this payment would include your taxes and your insurance. So that would be the combined mortgage payment, up to $1,000, $1,100, depending on how much you can afford and what city you pick.
Okay, we have a question for you.
Okay.
Can we get outside financing for an affordable home?
No, unfortunately, you're not able to. If you do select if maybe you like one of the houses that we have, you're not able to obtain financing on the outside. It would have to get financed through us. But we do have sister organizations that might be able to help you. I know our counseling department also has options that are available in case anyone's interested in a house that's not built by affordable homes.
So, can I purchase just the lot?
It's funny you ask. We are just launching a new program where you would be able to finance just the lot if you wanted to. For this one, we have two different subdivisions that are available. One of them is in the city of Mercedes. It's called Crown Haven Subdivision. It's a really nice, fairly new subdivision that just got developed. And then the other one is in the city of Rio Grande, and you'd be able to finance the lot if you want to start off with the small payments and then maybe gradually move up and get the house built there as well.
Okay, that's great.
Right.
What if you have your own property? I know we mentioned something about that.
Right.
But can you give us, I guess, a little bit more information?
Sure.
On if you, what's the process? I mean, do I still have to create the profile?
Yes.
What do I have to do?
Okay, so it's a little longer process only because, yes, you still have to create the profile. You would still have to go through the regular triaging and then get the pre-qualification. The only thing is that before you get to pick the material and so forth, then you would need to have somebody, our contractor would go out there and look at the lot and see what size of home we'd be able to build. So it would take a little bit longer. Keep in mind, again, the lot has to be paid for and the taxes on the property have to be up to date and it has to be under your name if you're the one who's applying for the mortgage loan.
So I have a question. I know we had the builder before. I think a lot of the customers ask, how long would it take to construct the house? I mean, I know the other builders said, I don't know, 4 to 6 months or depending on the weather.
Right.
What about affordable
Okay,
homes?
so for construction itself, I want to say it's anywhere from 3 to 6 months. But the process itself, it can take anywhere from 6 to 9 months from when you get approved to when you close, depending on the program that you were deemed eligible for.
Okay. So if I want to apply or my family, where can I go? Where, can you give us the address again, the web address and the phone number?
Okay, so the website is www.ah as in house, sti.org. And you can visit one of our 2 locations. We have our office in McAllen at 500 South 15th Street in McAllen. And then we have our office in Westaco, 134 West 5th Street in Westaco.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Aide. Thank you for giving us this